Definitely not the way I thought it would go. But welcome in here to episode number 160 of Burns and Berman.
Yes, sir.
It is one thing that the Philadelphia Eagles won. All right, fine. They were the better team. Fine. It's not crazy that the Eagles won. It is absolutely insane that it was historically dominant. Do not let the fourth quarter and garbage time fool you. Patrick Mahomes had more passing yards than Jalen Hurts. I don't care. You watch the game. That was insane. The Kansas City Chiefs had 14 yards of offense at halftime.
That shit was crazy, man.
The only time, Burns, that a team has ever allowed less yards in the first half of a Super Bowl, the 85 Bears. And I'm not just bringing that up because Bears. I'm bringing that up because we all know what that means defensively.
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, it was a fucking clinic. You know what it was? It was a clinic by both trenches on both sides of the ball for Philadelphia.
And
that's
you know
exactly what it was.
I have not tuned into sports talk yet today, but I know that all the conversations are Chiefs this, Chiefs that, and we can get into it. But I, for one, would like to talk about the Eagles and what happened, all right? Because if you ask me, the Chiefs' legacy is unchanged, in my opinion. They have had one of the greatest runs of all time. By the way, is not over. The legacy is unchanged because they didn't three-peat yet. It wasn't like they did it. They were competing for the opportunity to do it. They didn't do it. That was still the second best three-peat attempt of all time. To me, that isn't changed. What did change is that the Philadelphia Eagles have now won 2 rings in 8 years. Nick Sirianni is now a Super Bowl champion. Jalen Hurts is now a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Saquon Barkley can now say that he has the single-season rushing record once and for all. Whether it's because I don't care about Eric Dickerson's regular season. No, when you combine the playoffs, that is the most rushing yards in a single season. That is what happened last night.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia Eagles, and I go back and I actually reposted it because my post-game analysis video of the Ravens-Eagles game. I remember walking out of the stadium and I said something that I had not said in multiple years. That was the first time in a long time that I watched the Ravens play a team that I truly felt was better than us. It wasn't, yes, the Ravens had made a couple of mistakes in that game, but it was the first time that I truly felt like, no, just they're better than us.
Wow.
And looking back on it, yeah, I mean, that's what they were. They were the best team.
Yeah.
And I don't think it just, at times did other teams look better, sure. But if you look through weeks 1 through yesterday, the best team from start to finish was without a doubt the Philadelphia Eagles. That's not necessarily always the case with the Super Bowl champions, but it was this year.
Yeah, no, it was. Man, it was fucking ridiculous. I was saying earlier that the reason why the Philadelphia Eagles won that game is if you watch it, all you saw was domination on both sides of the trenches. Yeah. That's completely all it was. I mean, Patrick Mahomes was in hell every single play.
Yeah.
The pass rush they had was ridiculous.
Sweat, man.
Josh Sweat had himself a monster game.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he was ridiculous. And Jalen Hurts played a pretty damn good ball game.
Jalen Hurts played a phenomenal game.
He played a pretty damn good ball game, man.
That's one of the best games he's ever played.
Yeah.
The best game he ever played was actually the Super Bowl that he lost, was the best game he ever played.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this was up there.
He was lights out. I'm so happy that...
That was incredible.
I am happy that the Chiefs lost. I am.
Me too.
And
thrilled.
Tom Brady had the most successful hate watch of all time.
I really don't think that he was... I mean, I was not one.
I know, but all the memes about it are fantastic. It's great.
How was he, by the way, on the broadcast? Because obviously we were streaming. So how was he on the broadcast? Good, bad, average? Because he had been getting better every. What was he yesterday?
He was fine. You know, it was just whatever. The score bug was fucking disgusting.
Awful. Awful.
Terrible. They need to go back and go back to the one that they have now, because the internet was an outrage about that. So I don't think they're going to use that next season. I don't think they're going to use it after all the outrage.
It was awful.
It looked like somebody put it together on Microsoft Paint in 2 minutes and just said, "Here you go. Yay." But congratulations to Philly. They deserved it 1,000%. They deserved it. They played a great game. And the only thing that I think is a bit hindered by this is Patrick Mahomes' performance, and that he played maybe one of his worst games ever in the
No, that was by far the worst game he's ever played. Let's not sugarcoat it. He was terrible. Yes, the O-line was bad, but that was the worst game he has ever played.
That's really the only person taking a lot of repercussions from this Chiefs loss is him.
Okay, fine.
And it kind of sets back the GOAT debate a little bit.
It sets it back because it would have – I'll tell you why it sets it back. It sets it back because if you would have done it, it would have been a legitimate conversation.
It would have, but it's still not.
Coming into the game, it wasn't one. It was, if he wins, is it a conversation? If he wins, is this book? He didn't win. He has still had the best start to a career in the history of the NFL by far.
He also only just didn't win it. He played in his worst game ever.
Doesn't change the fact that he still had the best first 7 years of a career in NFL history by a long shot. I mean, by a long shot. But yeah, no, this
and by the way, the one Chiefs offensive lineman who actually looked most of the time like he had an idea of what he was doing and he still remembered how to block, Trey Smith.
Oh, he's amazing. I said on the broadcast last night on our stream, outside of Sam Darnold, he will get the largest contract of the entire offseason.
Dude, he's the number, besides him and Darnold, they're fighting for number one free agent.
Outside of Sam Darnold, he will get the largest contract by a free agent.
Yeah, it's going to be ridiculous. I don't know why he wouldn't stay in Kansas City.
I would not be surprised if he does.
Yeah, but if he does hit the market and he does go and venture out, we will welcome him with open arms. We will. We will. We'll give him a hug, a kiss.
He's going to make someone he's going to make someone
a little bit more than that. Yeah, he's going to change somebody's offensive line in about 2 seconds. And he could do it right next to his buddy who he played in college with, Darnell Wright. Right here, right next to each other.
Very true.
Very cool.
The whole thing is about Spags this, Spags that. How about Vic Fangio, man?
Vic is such a stud of a DC. It's not even funny.
Didn't blitz once. Zero blitzes.
Vic Fangio is one of the greatest defensive masterminds that we have of recent.
Yes.
He's unbelievable.
Done it for decades.
Yeah. He built that 2018 Bears defense, and then we see him in the Super Bowl do this and just destroy. He was not a very good head coach.
No.
But he's a fantastic defensive coordinator, man.
Yeah.
His first Super Bowl in 38 years.
That's incredible crazy. That he hadn't gotten one.
Yeah. And
talk about well deserved.
Yeah. Now he finally has a Super Bowl ring, and he's one of the most deserving people on that team. And how about the boy, the rookie, who fell all the way to 40 in the NFL draft when he was projected to be a first-round pick? Every single mock draft me and you did, we had him as a first-round pick. I think so, at least. Cooper DeJean.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. The other birthday boy did not have that good of a game, but
no, that's the other thing that's so incredible is the Eagles did that with Saquon having the worst game of his entire season by a long shot.
Yeah, I know. It sucked.
Saquon had a bad day yesterday, and it didn't matter at all.
Yeah. A.J. Brown got going. Devontae Smith got going. And they finally broke the record for the first Alabama player to score in a Super Bowl.
Really?
Apparently that was real news yesterday, that Jalen Hurts was the first Alabama player to score in a Super Bowl yesterday, and then Devontae Smith was second.
Jalen Hurts scored 3 touchdowns in his first Super Bowl.
Did he run them in?
He ran for 3 touchdowns in his first Super Bowl.
Okay, then whoever told me that was speaking complete gibberish then.
Frank.
But also, no, never mind. Jalen Hurts wasn't counted because he went to Oklahoma. They didn't count Jalen Hurts.
I'll go even further. Jalen Hurts has the second most career rushing touchdowns in Super Bowl history.
Oh, drafted from Alabama. There we go. Yeah. So
Franco Harris is the only player in NFL history with more rushing touchdowns in the Super Bowl than Jalen Hurts.
That's crazy.
That's a real stat.
The tush push, baby.
It's insane. Franco Harris has 5 rushing touchdowns in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts is 4.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow. Dude, but Cooper,
here's another stat.
Pick 6. That pick 6, it didn't feel real watching that. I thought.
Oh my god.
I thought that was fake. When seeing Mahomes throw a pick 6 in the Super Bowl, I thought that was fake.
It was such a bad throw, too.
It was terrible.
Was that the first pick 6 since Brady threw one to Alford?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Off the top of my head, it was.
Yeah. Man.
What was I going to say? Oh.
Halftime show thoughts?
I have it ranked. I have it on the spreadsheet. I'll show it to you.
Let's see.
Good, not great. Not like amazing, but not bad. Like I didn't dislike it. I didn't love it. Wasn't incredible.
No nostalgia at all. The whole show was oriented.
I do agree. Yeah, it was.
The whole show was oriented around Drake. I wanted to hear some old Kendrick, and there was just none.
No, there was.
Not really. Like I want to hear
Humble and Humble was
Humble. Sure, that's like his most popular song ever. I'm talking like old Kendrick Lamar.
Like what? What songs?
Money Trees is a banger. Let me think real quick. Hold on.
I have it at number 16.
You have it at number 16?
Out of 54. Now, keep in mind that the first 25 of them were not really good.
Swimming pools. That's a classic.
Here you go.
There's a lot of them you can't really do. That's also a big problem.
That's the other thing. Yeah, he got number 16 right here. Right in between Gloria Estefan and Stevie Wonder in Super Bowl 33 was right above him. And Bruno Mars, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, right below them.
I'm kind of shocked that's that high.
It's better than Usher.
Dude, did you see the Stitch commercial? The best commercial of the whole game?
I did.
That was the best commercial of the whole game. That was perfect.
I'll show you. I'll show you the breakdown. So out of 5, originality, I gave a 3 out of 5. Not bad.
Vocals, you gave a 2. The vocals should be like a 1.
I gave it a 2.
Dude, you couldn't understand like a word that he was saying.
I felt like at times his mic was too quiet.
Yeah, and SZA was also, she lip sank her thing. She didn't even sing, apparently.
I didn't see that, but okay. Set list, 3.5 out of 5. Star power, 4 out of 5. I mean, he's a huge star, but he's not like. Let's put it this way. Look who the 5s were out of 5 out of 5 was Prince, Beyonce, Michael Jackson. Like he's not on that level.
Yeah.
But 4 out of 5. Visual / staging. These were out of 10, 7 out of 10. Okay. Memorability, 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Production value, 8 out of 10. I mean, it was clearly a lot of production. I feel like that was the highest score, production value.
I didn't know how he was just teleporting across the field. Like that's what it felt like.
Quality of performance, 7 out of 10.
Okay.
So yeah. Not
I didn't get there's a deeper message to the whole fucking show as a whole. It's a deeper message about America. I just don't know what it is exactly.
Haven't taken a full enough deep dive into it.
No, but that's what it's about. There's a bunch of messages throughout it. Like with
I would expect nothing from a guy like him. I would expect that.
Yeah,
he's a very he's a very thoughtful person. He puts a lot of thought into what he does. Yeah. No matter your opinions on those thoughts, he doesn't really do a lot of things without a whole lot of thoughts in him.
Oh, Drake's album better bang on Friday, dude.
I do think it is only fair that Drake does next year. I think that would only be fair. Next year you go Drake, and you just go.
I was shocked. I was shocked looking at it that they gave it to The Weeknd before Drake.
Yeah.
That they didn't ask him because I feel like Drake would have been perfect,
especially in 2020.
And he's also like the most streamed rapper of all time. And he has the most. He has over 300 songs that have been in the Billboard Top 100. I feel like Drake would be like a perfect artist. That's ridiculous.
I'm actually shocked he hasn't done it.
Yeah, this weekend, this is crazy. I've always said I love Kanye West because he's my
His
favorite.
account is deactivated.
Yes, he did. He said, I'm done. He deactivated.
Good.
He's my favorite artist of all time because I love his music to death. But that Kanye West is the prime example of where you have to separate the art from the artist.
I agree. As a Jewish person, I agree.
Yes. I'm not going to go around and scream at people, oh my God, you're listening to Homecoming by Kanye West. Take it out of your playlist right now and never listen to it again.
Yeah, like I agree. I'm with you on that. Yeah. I think there's a huge difference between saying the guy makes good music and saying that you agree with him. There's a huge difference.
Yeah, and saying that he's a good person.
Yeah, no one's saying that.
And also, guys, what we all need to realize as a society is almost all of these celebrities are douchebags. Almost every single one of them, there's dirt on them, and they're bad people. Almost every single one. Kanye's just yay, and he's very public about it. But everybody else, man, it's the same shit.
Let's talk. Let's get back into the Super Bowl, though.
Yes. What was your favorite commercial? Did you watch any of them?
Not really, because we were streaming, so not.
I feel like they keep getting worse by the years, man.
The only one that completely caught our eye, just because of like, what the hell is this? Was the tongue one.
Oh yeah,
it just caught our eye. Like we were just walking, and what is this?
I like the one. It was Instacart, and they had all the old Super Bowl ads come back together.
Oh really? What I've done, because this is now the 5th Super Bowl we've streamed, is I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. Is because there's always a compilation of them. I look up on YouTube just the compilation of all of them, and I pick out my favorite ones. I just haven't done that yet.
Yeah, with the Instacart one they had in the Instacart one they had.
Oh my God, that's amazing!
They had the little dogs. They had wiener dogs wearing the hot dog costumes, running through the field. They had everything. It was pretty cool. But I don't know. My favorite was definitely the Stitch one before the game. That was awesome. Last year, I think that the one that took it for sure was the Tubi one, where it cut back to them in the booth and then it like turned off the TV.
That was, I think that was 2 years ago, but yeah.
That was an electric one. God, you can't win over there. You can't win over there, dude. You're kind of there. Kind of.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Good enough.
But yeah, man. I had a good time watching the Super Bowl. I enjoyed the game a lot. It was really fun.
I didn't because, listen, yes, hate watching the Chiefs. I wanted a competitive game.
No, me too. I wanted it to be a classic.
I am not someone who's happy that it was a blowout.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you there too. But I was pretty happy.
I'm happy that the Eagles are the ones who did that. Like, if it was going to be a blowout, I'm happy it was Philly. But yeah. I wish it was competitive.
Then there's this.
Yeah.
Hell of a season.
It sounds like this offseason is going to be wild. Is what I'm hearing. These insiders are saying, like, get ready.
I feel like we're also going to have some motion on we're going to hear a lot more about the 18-game season this offseason.
Actually, I saw a report yesterday saying that they're going to put a pause on it, and they're probably not going to. They're going to look at it in a couple of years. Is what I saw. Really? I saw that, like, they're saying, because the players are. I mean, the NFLPA came out and said nobody wants this. Mm-hmm. The NFLPA made a straight. Lloyd Howell, the guy, the president of the PA, said no. Went out and made a statement, said no players want this. So I think we're going to wait a couple more years. They said 2026 is when they think that those conversations will start. So after next season.
2026. Well, no, that's what I expected. I expect them that I'm like, yeah, they're going to change it by like 2030.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's when it was expected to happen.
Yeah.
Honestly, the weird part is about this offseason is that for the Bears, it seems like it's going to be a lot more tame of an offseason than it was the past 2 years, but that's kind of like really hard to top too.
That's not a bad thing, though.
No, it's not. It's not a bad thing. No, I'm happy about it. It's just content-wise, I had a lot. I got fed content the past like 3-4 offseasons.
I actually feel the same way about the Ravens, where it's like last year we had a ton of free agents.
Yeah.
The year before, it was the Lamar Jackson contract situation.
Yeah.
Which was, oh my God, I never want to go through that again. That was hell.
Yeah.
And the year before was the Lamar Jackson contract situation.
Mm-hmm.
This offseason, our biggest story is just Ronnie Stanley is a free agent. What are we going to do there? You can maybe look at your address for card. I think we're number 27 and 32 in offseason resources. So I doubt we're going to sign any big names, but if you restructure, you never know. Like, we're not in a position where we need to, or probably are going to make a whole lot of big moves, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't think the Ravens need to.
With us over here, man, it's just offensive line, defensive line. That's literally it. Because the one biggest part of the Bears offseason this year was the head coach.
Yeah.
And that's already taken care of, and that's finished. That's done. So now we just do our thing, man. Now we just go in there and build the trenches.
This is where my content and your content is different, is now that the Ravens are kind of a little bit in this position, I get to make my content about the rest of the league. I get to remind people that I'm an NFL creator too. I make content about the whole league. And this will be a lot more of a focus than just the Ravens.
That's been the nice part for me with working with my bookies, that on that account, that's what I do. I just talk about the rest of the league. I talk about the NBA, MLB on there. Baseball season's coming back soon. Guess what, Josh? In the middle of March, it's the first game. It's the first game of the MLB season in Japan. It's Cubs-Dodgers. What's the cheapest seat to get in?
Let's see. Shohei Ohtani is playing in Japan. A lot of money.
How much is a lot of money?
$1,000.
$3,450.
That doesn't surprise me.
To see.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
Shohei Ohtani, Shota Imanaga, Seiya Suzuki. The two most. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that is not surprising at all.
No. It's not, but that's crazy to see Super Bowl prices for an MLB game.
Yeah, it is.
It is. But yeah, it's the off season now, and it's going to be kind of dry from here until the middle of March when we hit free agency. Maybe some stories will come out.
And it sounds like there are some things on. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be anything crazy, but like there could be some stories in the trade front, possibly. Yeah. I'll tell you right now, if Myles Garrett is getting traded, it will happen sooner than later.
Mm-hmm.
That is not the kind of move that will happen in the middle of March, in the middle of April. No, if he's getting traded, I think that's going to happen before free agency starts.
Yeah.
Because that is such a
big move.
And it would take so much. I mean, we're talking the starting price is 2 first-round pick. That's a starting price.
Yeah. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get weird with him. Also, we have why can't I think of it? Motherfucker, son of a bitch. Fuck. And then we have the draft down the line.
Yeah. Speaking of which, it is Monday.
It is, but also what I was going to talk about, what I was actually just going to say, and I lost my train of thought. Also, what we're going to find out in the next couple weeks is what's Kellen Moore's job going to be next year.
We know what it is. He's going to the Saints.
It's basically confirmed. It is.
He's going to the Saints.
You think it's confirmed? You think he's not? There's no chance that he says, "Never mind, I'm running it back."
Yeah.
Okay. Sirianni said it last year, man.
Yeah,
I mean, he said it last night. He's like, "Hey, Kellen, you want to run it back?"
He said it jokingly, though. He laughed as he said it.
Yeah. He knew that he was going. He's got to take that job. Yes, I did watch Strickland shit the bed on Saturday night. I did. It was a really boring fight card, I'm going to be completely honest. It really wasn't that exciting.
Well, I'm glad I didn't watch it because that would have been my intro to the UFC would have been that. I'm glad.
Yeah, it was a very boring card. I've only done draft research for the Bears, and that's really about it.
Yeah, I've not really done too much yet either.
Yeah.
Last Monday, me and Sam did a mock draft. We had Myles Garrett getting traded. Do you want to have Myles Garrett getting traded right now or now?
Yes.
Okay. Where are we sending him? I think we gave him to the Bills last time. So
Let's give him to the Washington Commanders.
I like that. All right. Myles Garrett.
Man, I am not dialed in for the draft, and this will be a perfect
Commanders 1, 2, and then we're gonna say, God, they don't have a lot of picks this year, so I'm gonna say
round 3 in 2023
in here for next year, and then let me look at a player on a cheap.
Terry McLaurin.
No, I'm gonna look for a player on a rookie deal who like they would be okay with getting rid of that the Browns could potentially use. Let's see if they have one. Like we gave the Browns Kyer Elam when we gave them the Bills.
Sure. I hate how the player thing doesn't pop up. I forgot about that. Like I can't see
Emmanuel Forbes.
Sure. Force the trade.
Boom. Myles Garrett for 2 firsts, a third, and Emmanuel Forbes.
All right. Start the draft.
All right. Unlike last year, unlike the last couple of years, this is a real question here, number 1. And I think that this is going to go. Oh, yeah, he is on the Rams. You're right. Because they cut him. Whatever. Whatever. 3-team deal.
That's awesome.
But I think the Titans are either taking Cam Ward or trading the pick.
You think Cam Ward?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I kind of like Shador going there.
I don't think he's going to Tennessee at all.
Really? What, do you think he's a Raider? You think he's going to fall 6 and be a Raider?
I think he is either a Raider, a Giant. I think he's either a Raider or a Giant.
Well, let's give the Titans Cam Ward then. I think they're taking a quarterback. I don't like either quarterback in this class. I don't like Dylan Gabriel. I don't like Jalen Milroe. I don't like Will Howard. I don't like Riley Leonard. I just don't like a single quarterback in this class.
I think the Browns are going to take Abdul Carter.
I agree with you 100% to replace Myles Garrett.
Number 3, the Giants get Shador.
Sure.
All right.
Or, no, that's next Mock Monday, is that we have the Raiders trade with the Giants to go up and get Shador. That could get.
I think Travis Hunter's going forward in New England.
Yep, there we go. We get both Buffaloes off the board.
Now,
we're
as I talked about last Monday, Trent Baalke is gone.
Yes, he is.
Trent Baalke was notorious for the guy with the crazy athleticism. We want him. They took Trayvon Walker over Aiden Hutchinson. They like athletes. He's gone. There's nothing stopping them from taking Mason Graham.
No, there's nothing stopping them at all.
Who absolutely should be the pick.
And that's who they should take.
And I think they will.
So do you want to trust the Jaguars and take him? Yes, you do. Okay.
Now
we're to the Raiders, who are in a really interesting spot.
This is a fun one.
With Shador and what's his name? Cam Ward gone.
This is a fun one.
We sit here with the Raiders, who need a quarterback, who need damn near everything.
Think about Pete Carroll. I know who I want.
He loves his fucking defense.
You know what else he loves to do? Run the ball. And you know what the Raiders already have?
You want to go with Genty at 6?
A really solid offensive line.
You want to go with Genty at 6?
I do. But if not, McMillan. It's because they need a number 1 receiver.
Let's roll Genty at 6. Fuck it.
I think that's
fun.
I think it makes it. I really think it makes sense.
That's fun.
Jets.
Jets. Jets. Fuck. What do the Jets really need?
They're another interesting one. Now, DJ Reed is a free agent.
They are too. Well, it's official that Rodgers isn't coming back, so we'll probably see what happens free agency for them quarterback-wise. I
mean, well, even it depends on whether or not you trust the report. And even if you don't, I didn't think he was coming back anyway. I thought he was.
The Jets' offensive line is still the Jets' offensive line.
Yeah, but
no, their defense is fine. Their defense was supposed to be like one of the best, if not the best, in the league, and they kind of put out a stinker this year.
They also let go of Saleh, though. Like they
did.
DJ Reed is a free agent.
True.
So they need another corner to pair with Sauce, so I could see Will Johnson.
Okay.
But I also could see a trade here.
I also could see a trade.
Here's the question. Who would want to move up right here to take, I would assume.
McMillan?
Well, no. Well, Carolina's at 8. Carolina's going defense.
Yeah.
So let's say Will Johnson. Who wants to move up to take a guy like Will Johnson right now? Or do the Jets just take him?
Nothing really piques my interest. The one thing that kind of did was the 49ers trading up to get McMillan with the new reports of Deebo Samuel being allowed to request a trade.
Well, they took Pearsall last year.
True. It's also... I don't know, dude. This kind of fucking sucks.
I think Will Johnson's the pick in this.
Sure. Yeah, no, I do agree with that. I just don't see really like where they could go here.
Well, let's look around here. I mean,
Calvin Banks Jr. is so fucking good, dude. He's ridiculous. Luther Burden is absolutely unreal too. But that's not their pick.
I don't see that. But, I think Will Johnson's the one that makes
sense. Let's go Will Johnson then. That makes sense. I'm with it.
Well, let's see. The Carolina Panthers broke the NFL record for most points allowed in a single season. They're going defense.
We can give him James Pierce Jr. He's a stud.
Could.
We could. I'm not really that familiar with Mike Green.
Mike Green is just, I haven't watched him yet, but people love him and he was incredibly productive.
Yeah.
But
Marshall was actually pretty damn good this year too, so. I
think James Pierce Jr.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is an interesting pick, New Orleans.
Oh my God, we're so close, guys.
I mean, McMillan's still there.
Guys, we are so fucking close. We are so close.
McMillan's still there. The Saints. I don't see the Saints passing up McMillan.
Either do I. That's simple.
They take
Click it.
All right.
Give me fucking Will Campbell. Don't even ask any other questions. Just take Will Campbell and put him on the Bears right now.
Yeah. And by the way, guard, right? Would you say?
Sure.
Would you say guard?
Sure.
Because you also have your tackles are also solid.
Well, yeah, Darnell Wright's a fucking stud. And Braxton Jones is just okay. I'm fine with getting rid of Braxton Jones and having.
I think Will Campbell, if he goes to the Bears, is going to be a guard.
Sure, and that's fine. He can play guard on either side.
Yeah.
B is also Tevin Jenkins is probably gone. So he can play guard on either side.
That's what I think he'll do.
Yeah. And I love his attitude. I love everything about him. Will Campbell.
Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if he play. I mean, he isn't a center, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if if you take an offensive lineman and that guy plays center for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. Him, Trey Smith, Darnell Wright. That's an offensive line. That's 3 spots out of 5, but that's an offensive line.
Well, that would be good. All right, San Fran.
Is right. San Fran. We really got to wait and see what happens with them because of the Deebo trade and just what other moves they make.
Malachi Starks with the Robert Saleh.
That could be fun. That could be really fun.
That is a fit that I like.
Yeah, that could be really fun. Starks is a fucking beast, dude. Ooh, Tyler Warren. Dude, I forgot how fucking loaded this draft class is. Tyler Warren's a stud.
Yeah, he is.
A lot of Big Ten bodies. I've seen that fucking Ohio State logo a million times as you've done this scroll. Jack Sawyer, can we just drop him out of the draft?
I want him.
I'm not a fan of him. He's a great player. Like I'm just not a fan of him.
That guy could be a Raven.
He could be.
Yeah, I might go Starks here.
Fuck it, that's fine.
Okay.
Are we okay with Dallas going?
I have the pick. I have my pick. I know what I would take here if I were them.
Who would you take?
Luther Burden.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Thank God, because Luther Burden is a fucking stud. And that is exactly what this Dallas team needs right now.
I think, let's put it this way. The Cowboys did not need CeeDee Lamb when they drafted him.
No.
Fast forward a couple years later, where would the Cowboys be if they didn't have him?
Nowhere.
So, yeah, the Cowboys don't necessarily need receiver right now. It's not their biggest need. But, man, if you get a guy, you get a guy.
And this is like, I'd go as far as say that this is one of the guys to get in this draft class.
You think so?
Yes. Luther Burden, from watching him play past 2 years at Mizzou, he has been unfucking believable, man. He's one of the best wide receivers in college football.
Yeah, I mean, he's great. Miami,
they need fucking help everywhere, too. Take Josh Simmons. Build up the line.
I was going to go Kelvin Banks Jr.
Well, sure. I like Banks Jr. more, too. So
yeah,
I'm familiar with Banks Jr. more. Sure.
Indy, Tyler Warren.
Bingo.
By the way,
give AR a nice big old weapon.
I said this last Monday. I was watching a mock draft show a couple weeks ago, and they did something that absolutely terrified me.
And that is?
You know who they gave Tyler Warren to?
Who?
The Bengals.
Oh, that's gross. That's dude, you're fucked. If that happens, Josh, you're fucked.
But I could so see it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I could so see that. If he's sitting there at 17, I think that's where he goes.
Yeah. No, 100%. They wouldn't pass him up for the world.
All right. Well, Atlanta's had a bad pass rush for a decade and a half. They're taking their best pass rusher available, and that would be Mike Green, unless the Georgia connection, Michael Williams.
Let's go with the Georgia connection. Keep Michael Williams. Mike Green, he falls because of the small school vibes, you know.
Arizona.
Zona, baby. I think
is Josh Simmons a guy they think could play guard? I always forget. Not telling you. Is Josh Simmons?
I'm like, yeah, Josh is fine. He is weird all the time. He is really special as a friend, and he's my friend.
He could be a guard. Okay. How about Membu? How big is he? Yeah, Simmons will be the guard. Yeah. Cincy.
Cincinnati.
Oof.
Cincinnati. I don't like this a lot, but
I do. Well, I don't, but there is a pick here for me.
I like them low-key going. I could see them low-key going wide receiver with the rumors all about T right now.
I could, but I think Benjamin Morrison.
I mean, that works too because the Bengals defense was literally fucking Swiss cheese all year this year, especially their secondary.
And Cam Taylor-Britt was awful this season.
Yeah.
I think 100%. They could definitely go Benjamin Morrison here.
Sure. I'm with it.
Yeah. Seattle.
The Seattle Seahawks.
Gray Zabel. This guy is a center. He is listed as a tackle, but this guy is a center.
Okay.
I think that, their center retired in the middle of the year.
Is it like it's a Jackson Powers Johnson? Like we're just going to lock it in every week pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, he didn't wind up going to Seattle, but.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm with it. If you're that confident, sure. I'll guide you. I'll guide your interest, man. I got to study up on some of this later first round, especially.
Mike Green's still there.
Mike Green is, and I feel like Tampa's a good spot for him to go to.
Me too.
Sure.
And I think Emeka Ibuka to Denver is also like.
Oh yeah, 100%. Give Bo as many weapons as he needs, man. Oof. Your favorite team, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
This is actually not a great board for them at all. I think a trade down is.
Yeah, not really. They kind of just.
No, not Cleveland.
It's just a weird place.
Let's put it this way.
Do you think that Russie's the future again this year, Josh?
No, I think they're going to go with Fields and get rid of Russ.
Actually.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like is going to happen.
Well, I really didn't expect that, but.
Pass rush help. Who could use it? Us, but we're obviously not trading with them. The Lions.
The Lions, yeah. But I don't see the Lions trading up from 28 to 21.
I could. I absolutely could. Get Walter Nolan. Who's really good.
Walter Nolan's good. The Lions are aggressive like that too, though. Fuck it, let's trade with the Lions. That works. Pick swap and then give away every single Detroit 2026 pick. Every single one. Do it. Click every single one.
Hold on, I want to see what the value is here. 20, 22, 21. So.
Talk down on my name, throw dirt on me.
It'd be about pick 90, which they don't have anywhere close to 90.
What do you mean value? What are you looking up right now?
The draft pick value chart.
Oh, okay.
They need to make up about 140 points, and pick 90 is 140 points. So we could say pick
pick what? 60?
132 and
132.
Or we could just do a third next year.
Yeah, it works. Click it. Offer trade. Bang.
Lions move up. They take Walter Nolan.
Woohoo. Go. Fuck the Lions.
All right.
The Chargers.
I got a pick here.
The Chargers.
I absolutely have a pick here.
And Josh's pick is?
Jim Harbaugh needs a tight end.
Michigan men going to Michigan.
There's a pretty damn good one who he knows pretty well.
Yeah.
Chargers need a tight end, and Colston Loveland is sitting there.
Run it. Low-key, they could trade back, too. They could trade back and still get him. But, yeah.
Packers.
Man. The Pack, they're going to, you know what, dude? We should honestly, really look secondary for them. Jair's going to be gone.
Even if he's not, they still, I think, need secondary. Even if Jair
stays, help in the secondary. I think that they're going to trade for either trade or pick up a wide receiver in free agency.
I mean, and again, even if Jair stays,
but knowing the Packers, they won't do that. If I was the Packers, I would go and get a wide receiver in free agency. I would be talking right now to Deebo Samuel and seeing what I can do with him. But they won't. Yeah, I'm looking secondary though.
I'm thinking Trey Amos could be one that would fit here because I think Barron is more. It doesn't necessarily the guy they would want in this spot. I think Jahdae Barron in Minnesota would be crazy.
Sure. Didn't we have the Packers getting Cooper DeJean every single time last year?
I think we did.
And now look at what happened, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Let's give him Trey Amos here. Now, I brought this up to Sam.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay.
What if Minnesota goes Matthew Golden, the receiver? He's a speedster.
That's a bit crazy.
He's a speedster. So you can get Jefferson and Addison and then pair up a really fast receiver with those two.
That's a bit crazy, but it's not too crazy.
It's crazy, but I think it makes sense.
Yeah, it's not too crazy.
The pick should be I think someone in their secondary, maybe interior offensive line.
Yeah.
They're going to get Darrisaw back, so that's going to help out, obviously.
They also do. Their defense was so damn good this year is that they really don't need much adjusting on defense. So I could low-key see that, Josh. That's a good
guy
point.
like Kenneth Grant could work, yeah, but I love this idea of Matthew
They try and be the Chiefs, and they have their Xavier Worthy go to them, and now they have a speedster in the background. Run it. Fuck it. Matthew Golden, he is a fucking beast.
And that pisses Houston off.
Yeah, Houston's not happy.
But they can take
It's Houston, dude. I really don't like the place that Houston's in right now. I'm not going to lie.
I think they're in – I mean, this board is not – the one thing they really have is great pass rushers. And look at the board right now.
It's damn near all pass rushers. Besides a couple offensive linemen, too.
I think we could trade up here to 27. I mean, 27 to 25.
You could, but also we have to remember that, dude, Houston's offensive line, especially during the second half of the year.
No, but like Membu. Yeah, but I mean, let's look at the offensive lineman here.
Yes.
Tyler Booker.
I don't
care. He's better than that.
Yeah. Well, you go Tyler Booker. Let's do it. They need offensive line help badly, dude. Their offensive line was miserable.
The Rams could use offensive line help here as well.
Yeah.
They also could just use like secondary help too. Who do they have is interested in trading up? The Chiefs.
The Chefs. What do you think?
I could see it.
I also
see Buffalo trading up right in front of us to take a pass rusher.
Not a bad call.
The Bills moving right ahead of the Ravens by one pick to take a pass rusher, which the Ravens obviously need.
Fuck it, let's run it. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, you're preying on your own downfall right now.
Wow.
Well, the good thing is that it's an absolute loaded draft class with tons of what's it called?
About 107. About 107 is what. Oh my God.
Perfect.
How about that? That couldn't have been better.
Yeah.
Do you know how they got that pick?
From Shy. It was from
what trade was that?
Oh my God, I know what fucking trade it is. Hold on.
I'm gonna look it up. I want to see if
I can offensive lineman. Ryan Bates. It's got to be Ryan Bates. Yep.
No,
it's not Bates.
Wait.
Oh, no. It was from when we traded to get Austin Booker. I think.
That's exactly where it is. Yep. You traded a 4th round pick to Buffalo in exchange of Yep. It was to get Austin Booker.
Yep, it was to get Austin Booker. Okay.
All right.
I thought it was Ryan Bates at first, but yeah.
There you go. So the Bills move up right in front of the Ravens, and they take. It's not that much of a downfall because the guy that I kind of want is going to still be there because I think they would take Shamar Stewart. Actually, no, I don't. I think they would take Nick Scorton.
I was going to say Jack Sawyer. But
no, I think the Ravens. I'm keeping Sawyer for
us. You are so fucking locked in on Jack Sawyer being a Raven.
Right now. I'm not like fully. But I also think that Nick Scorton makes more sense.
What makes you think that?
Because I think that Jack Sawyer doesn't fit their scheme.
True. Jack Sawyer is so interesting, man.
Yeah. Scorton.
And you get your golden boy.
But I also am going to say this. I didn't watch him at the Senior Bowl, but I know people loved him at the Senior Bowl as a Raku. So keep an eye on him. But yeah, Jack Sawyer. Pittsburgh. Barron could work. I think Revel would make more sense for them because Barron, I think Revel would be the pick.
Okay. I'm with it.
The Browns, they already took Abdul Carter.
Yep. So they got their edge rush figured out. We could build the trenches a little bit, yeah.
This is a team that just needs everything. They need
everything.
that they can just plug in.
So you just take the best.
And I think Jahdae Barron would be that.
Yeah, sure. That works.
I think that's a perfect fit for them.
That works for me. I was also just going to say, fuck it, build the trenches. But
yeah. Rams, they trade down a little bit, and Membu is still there.
He is. I don't see anything wrong with that. I was going to suggest him before to build the trenches for the Browns.
Chiefs.
Chefs, the Super Bowl losers.
They need left tackle desperately.
Yeah.
So they don't have to have Joe Tooney play left tackle anymore.
And they're going to need a guard if Trey Smith leaves.
Yeah. So I think Josh Connerly works here.
Sure.
Let's do that.
And then the Philadelphia Eagles, man. What do they need?
What do they need after last night? But realistically, I do think pass rush.
Yeah, I mean,
as well as they played last night, like if you actually look at their team,
like this year,
especially because they're going to lose a couple of those pieces. And Brandon Graham, we know they're going to lose. He's going to retire. Josh Sweat is a free agent. They did not. They had the Eagles had a bunch of good pass rushers, but they didn't have one dominant one. So I think spending a pick here on a guy that they can try and make one makes sense. And I think Ezeraku could be a really good pick.
Sure. That works for me.
Go with him. Donovan Ezeraku.
The East Coast.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our first mock draft of the 2025.
Oh, we're fucking back to the offseason, Josh.
Yep.
God, it feels like it was yesterday, bro. The season was fucking starting.
Yeah, I know.
And now we're back to shit, guys. Until fucking August. Maybe we become XFL or whatever the hell it's called.
UFL, yeah. But I've watched a little bit of it on and on.
Well, sure, but it will never be. It will never be college football. It'll never be NFL.
No, of course not.
Well, guys, you got us for a minute now. We got March Madness coming up soon. We got. I really don't care about the NBA until the playoffs start. To be completely honest, we also have baseball starting soon.
Sure.
So we'll get after it with you guys. Thank you so much for watching Mock Draft Monday. And we'll see you on Wednesday for Weird Wednesday. Whatever happens, happens. Thank you guys so much for joining. We appreciate you.
Hey, guys.
I got to knock out some homework. That's